Hi, Islamic Dad here. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. I don't even know what to title this at this point, so I'll just kind of dive in. I've done a video previously on how the narcissist always seems to land on their feet. And I know that in reading comments on my channel and other people's channel, that they've kind of brought up that subject too, that as awful, bad, terrible narcissists are, and all the horrible things that they do, they tend to, do okay in life. I guess one way, they do better than one would expect. And I think there's, multiple reasons for this. And I thought today I would go over, one kind of novel possibility. So, taking that and putting that, over here to the side for a moment, I have a lot of varied different interests, and some of them I take seriously, and some of them are more for entertainment value or, simple curiosity, and not necessarily that I have a horse in that race, but I still find the topic extremely interesting. And so one of them is this, what a lot of people refer to now as, I guess, manifesting, the secret, 369 journaling, even like a vision board, I guess. You can just go on and on, but it's popular enough that, most people understand what I'm referring to when I talk about these different methods for manifesting. And one of the more, I guess, rigorous ones is the Neville Goddard system. Again, I'm not an expert by any means. I just find the stuff related to the Neville Goddard system to be really fascinating. But, kind of the concepts that come from, say, Neville Goddard are not that different from these other systems. And it's this idea that reality and your own individual perspective, and what they sometimes refer to as state, that it's a bit of a feedback loop, and that while the external world impacts and affects your experience, and and as such, say, your state, that it goes the other way around too, and that if you are experiencing a specific state or having a specific experience, that quote, manifests itself in the universe or impacts the universe around you. And one way that that's also been used to describe this is reality transurfing, which is even more convoluted than the Neville Goddard system. But basically, one way to think about, say, reality transurfing is like the multiverse in the Marvel movies, and that there's an infinite number of universes, and that depending on your state, that the universe will mirror back based upon your internal experience or internal state. And in that respect, you can kind of think of it as like surfing along different timelines or realities, and you kind of hopping from one to another. And so if you're, say, feeling particularly lucky when you wake up in the morning, and you really identify with that, accept it, take it in, and just have the experience of being lucky, one might describe what's happening as you shifting from an unlucky reality or timeline to one that is lucky. And so again, please follow me. I'll get to the point here. So let's take that and put that to the side for a second. Narcissists are amazing liars. They, like I described before, they lie with sincerity. And the reason that they lie with sincerity is that they believe their lies. Like if you hook them up to a polygraph test and ask them questions, they would pass with flying colors, even if they were making statements that were not factually true. And you could actually easily prove them that they're false. But the narcissist, that is what they believe, to the point that they've like internalized it as the truth. And, and so, and along with that, they, also rewrite the past, constantly, shifting things around, to some degree, probably rewriting the present. And so, okay, let's take everything, back, from where we put it in the big bowl and mix it all together. So the crazy thing I want to throw out, the crazy idea I want to throw out is, what if the reason the narcissist always seems to land on their feet is because they are internalizing their made-up, make-believe reality as fact and experiencing it as fact, and as such are kind of, surfing reality lines to the point that they manifest success in their life and manifest the outcomes based upon the things that they've invented, fabricated for themselves. And, the fabricated past, to some extent, the fabricated present. And that because of this, almost like, a magician or a wizard, if you will, they're literally manifesting this successful outcome as far as their life going along, because they internalize the fabricated reality. I mean, to use Neville Goddard terms, they exist in that state. And I mean, they exist in that state to an extent that non-narcissists would really struggle to reach. And I mean, that's the thing. It's hard for, normal people to experience a reality that is in stark contradiction to their external circumstances. Like if you just lost your job, it's very difficult to, go all secret and 369 and say, I'm grateful for this new job I have. Whereas the narcissist, it's natural for them. I mean, they might lose their job and say, I didn't want that job anyways. In fact, I didn't get fired. I quit that job, and I quit that job because I was going to go work at this other company. I mean, I think you can kind of see, where I'm going with that. Like the narcissist lives in this made up reality, which oddly enough, I think really matches up with the whole idea of, like, say, The Secret and manifesting and 369 journaling and, reality transurfing and stuff. So, yeah, I just thought that I'd do a video that's a little bit different than the usual ones that I make. So hopefully this has been entertaining. Thanks.